2010 is a whole different world from the 80s. In 1987, a farm girl from a small town in western Kansas was offered what was considered by some to be a very geeky, and by others a very prestigious, opportunity. The invitation was extended for her to attend Sunflower Girls State. Being a little geeky herself, she accepted the invitation. A seed was sown. So what is Sunflower Girls State? It is a nonpartisan, non-political program designed to teach youth of America that democracy belongs to them. Well, I did mention that it was geeky. Still, the program seemed like a natural fit. The farm family was actually very political. The father, a naval veteran of the Vietnam War, forbade any entertainment in the household that included Jane Fonda. He taught all four of his children from an early age that being included in the government of their country through the voting process was not only a right, but a duty to be seriously and studiously undertaken. He universally distrusted politicians and encouraged his children to hold any information received from them as suspect until their own careful research from multiple sources either upheld or disproved the statements. So the girl went to Girls State. Hosted by the University of Kansas in Lawrence, she was soon given to understand that the dormitory as a whole would be considered the state, that each floor of the dormitory would be considered a county, and that each wing of each floor would be considered a city. She and the other attendees were then obliged to undertake the task of choosing leadership and crafting laws for each of those entities. While not binding on the public at large, these laws would govern future incarnation of Girls State. The farm girl would, years later, still vividly recall the debate in the state House of Representatives regarding a motion to remove all mention of God or religion from the songs sung during morning assembly each day. In the midst of the debate, lightning struck a giant smokestack on the college campus less than 1 block away. The motion was immediately tabled. She returned home again with the niggling idea that politics could be interesting, even engaging. She and her father began to have longer and more involved political discussions. She initially thought the law might be her calling, but embarked on a course of underachievement that landed her in the restaurant industry for nearly 25 years. Eventually working up to positions in management and as a chef did not assuage the urge her father had early instilled to do something for her country, to make a difference. And then on September 11, 2001, the world changed.
And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls, the tenement halls, whispered the sounds of silence.
In case you haven't figured it out yet, I am that farm girl. My name is Laura Williams. Girls State was my inspiration, even if it did take me 23 years to follow it. I am back in school to learn how to become part of that political process, to make that difference that my father always urged. I abhor political apathy, and the attitude that nothing little that guy does is going to matter drives me half mad. There is abundant evidence to the contrary. It is a different world than it was in the 80s, or even 9 years ago, but that doesn't mean it can't be a better one.
And they fall in love as they fall in love, they sing. If they wanna rock, they rock. If they wanna roll, they roll. They can roll with the punch as long as they feel like they're in control. And if they wanna stay, they stay. If they wanna go, they go. They don't care how they get there, long as they get somewhere they know.